Hey, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, who is the God of the Hebrew Israelites. Yahweh Shai is the true name of his only begotten Son. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Hey, back at it, talking about this so-called migrant crisis and how it relates to the coming mark of the beast, man.
Have received care since the spring of 2022, and 68,000 migrants are currently being housed by the city. Deputy Speaker Diana Ayala disagreed with the mayor that the city is out of room.
I've been in meetings where I have been told directly that one of the motives for this policy is really to make people uncomfortable enough. So I don't believe that.
All right, stop it right there. So dealing with this quote unquote migrant crisis, their words, not mine. There's the reality. All right. So let's say I don't live in one of these places where I can actually see these things, but let's say this is really happening at these certain places. These groups of so-called migrants. All right, let's say that's true. We have to face that reality. All right, so two things have to happen with these migrants since it is stated fact for them to actually be over here. They have to either get them out or they have to do something with them here. All right, now this is all in relation to this coming MOTB, man, this device that they want to implant. Now, if they do choose to, either way, get them out or do something with them here, whether it be, putting them, in positions and jobs and such, man, or housing them and clothing them, or, again, if they go the take them out route, it could get violent. They have to implement measures and laws and, that device. All right. in Revelation 13th chapter, that MOTB, that mark, that device that they want to implant in you, wouldn't that be a great reason why they would come out with it, with all these so-called migrants, this so-called migrant crisis, to track these guys? They need tracking. And let it finish. I forgot.
The mayor is being honest.
Advocates also say that moving kids around to different shelters disrupts their education, with some kids being forced to bounce around to different schools.
They have not been getting all the help this administration claims they've been giving them. These human beings are being moved from shelter to shelter.
So again, whatever is going on with them, they're here. And these are different problems, all right, that are arising. The thing with the children, health care, right? You see that there's a legal issue concerning a little violence that's popping up here and there. Housing. All these things are problems. And again, we are prophesying that these people, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, have a solution for it. They have a solution for the chaos. It's called changing laws and times, implementing solutions when problems arise. We get out of hand as a people, they're going to come in with different laws and they're going to rectify that. Now, ultimately, again, if their goal is through prophecy to make everybody, let's get it, Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it for all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. Bingo. So if he's going to cause everybody to do it, man, that's a great catalyst. These people, this problem, this crisis, that they have a solution, and it'll be this device that can facilitate all that information, your passports. And of course, again, they're going to come with different laws to get these people to either stay again or leave. All right, the problem is here. All right, and you see how janky they are. The enemy, because he's the one that's doing it and allowing it. So obviously it's to fulfill prophecy, man. And that's why, hey, man, I don't see how a person could deny what's going on in this Bible and what's going on in their reality. Can deny the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and the true prophets, man. But we do understand that this is for some, not for all. Okay. All right. So, oh yeah, let me let him finish right quick.
Shelter staff have lost their mail and say that since they moved, they had to return their mail to sender. These are life-changing documents.
Bingo, that's the part I wanted. I mean, there it is, man. Those documents. So they want to. Hey, there's no need for all those documents and that documentation when we can just put all the information in this device. There it is, man. And you hear the rumors of these things if we're watching and listening. The universal income, they're saying, hey, they're handing out the debit cards and money. Well, again, there it is. You put it on this device, the same, all that technology that they're showing that they have. Elon Musk, perfect timing with his, come on, they've been testing and doing shit on people. That's just what they're just now coming out to the public with. But perfect timing, right? For them to say, hey, we got this type of technology. It can do this. It's going into the miracles and such that's going to impress the people and cause the people to desire to be a part of this system, this beast system. And they're going to take that device. The Israelites that aren't built up for this, they're going to take that device, especially the ones that are comfortable. And guess who's the most comfortable right now of our nation? Our women. Our women, whether they're piss poor or whether they're rich, so-called, they're all just as equally as puffed up as the next. Doesn't go for every single woman, but if the shoe fits, there it is. Men that act like women. So any man that isn't, serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua in his God-given capacity is likened into a female, likened into a woman. Every brother isn't a prophet, and such. But every brother, and sister got their lot to fulfill, man. All right. So we're trying to do that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. But going back to this MOTB, man, you hear these important documents, all this documentation that they need to either get these people to stay here effectively to them, all right, or again, get them out of here. And of course, everybody else is going to get mixed up in this. It's going to create a lot of chaos. You hear rumors of them. It doesn't matter. If they stay here, it's going to cause a bunch of problems, man. And they're going to have a bunch of crap going on to try to get them out. But once the people see how let's just keep it real, how they're treating these migrants versus how they get treated in their own kingdom, Babylon the Great, so-called USA, they're going to flip their shit like they're already showing through their videos, all right? Very, very upset. The economy is not very stable right now. They're crying out about that already. On a daily, on top of just the violence that we see on our blocks, in our communities, violence at an all-time high. The kids not learning nothing in school. They wilding out beyond your wildest imagination. All the nations, that are here in Babylon, it's just a mess right now, man. So I said, it's like, hell, man. The people, ain't nobody ready for no more drama. Like, they're not. They haven't fully recovered from the pandemic. Now we got all these things coming, a famine coming, war coming, draft coming, you know what I mean? More confusion. All right, that mark coming, all right? Oh my goodness, more storms, man. Oh man. The wind was blowing so hard all night. It was terrifying. Just nonstop. Just, oh man, it's terrifying. The water Yahweh Shem Yahushua, for protecting us. But it was terrifying just all night. Scary. Symbolic. Them destructive winds upon the earth, man. So that's why we try to, through the spirit and power Yahweh Shem Yahushua, do what we told. Staying in that fear. Staying humble. It's because it's getting serious, man. It's getting serious. But yeah, those documents, that documentation, that mark of the beast technology, there it is, man. small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, especially with this mess that they already have in their kingdom via the homelessness. All right. It's already been a mess. And poverty, just one step above homelessness. All the people in poverty of all nations here, like California, all these major cities, Atlanta, just homelessness everywhere. You're downtown probably. All right. Well, let's go to Revelation. Let's get the result or the punishment for taking this mark if you don't really maintain your true faith. And in the first one, and poured out his vial upon the earth concerning that angel. And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. So going into that grievous sore, we don't know exactly what that's going to entail, but we do know, using common sense and a sound mind, both spiritually and carnally, that a grievous sore isn't something that you would desire to have upon yourself, especially the magnitude in which we are speaking. Concerning the mark of the beast, this being the end of the world, Malak Yahushai, it's coming soon. This is something we don't want to tempt Yahweh Shem Yahushai and have behavior, any other way other than the one that would lead you to salvation. And no telling, what's going to happen. We do know, amen, when the missiles hit via the world war, that you should hear rumors of and be taking heed to. All right, in the current wars, people are already at war, been at war for the past years. All right, same thing, Matthew 24th chapter, preceding his second coming, these events. And it's just time to get it together, man. Jump in and just hold on. That's all we can do through the Spirit, man. Pray, fast, whatever your lot is, be it male or female, do it. And we are all, Lord willing, move as a body up out of here. Okay. But let's go a couple more precepts. Proverbs 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. You may not understand why. Of course, we don't understand fully the mind of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're starting to understand things on a small level compared to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, of course. So, just keep it simple. Have faith in the power in what he said. He's making it very clear before he brings this destruction and confusion upon this place. These guys standing out on the highways probably may be right if you are anywhere near being receptive to this, through the Spirit. If you are the Lord's, hopeful elect, man, and you feel like this is true, man, you got to see these signs, man, and do what you got to do. Pray, fast again. For a lot of us, we got to pray, fast more. Pray for revelation of these things, understanding the events happening upon the earth and how they relate in the Bible, per your lot. No need of taking on nothing that you don't need to at this point, man. You pray to the Lord for understanding of what you need to bring, salvation unto yourself through the Spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And again, leaning not to thine own understanding. Don't worry about it. Keep it simple. Faith. All right. Having faith in the Lord. So merciful that he's teaching you how to navigate through these end time events, man. All right. And we're saying, hey, faith, praying, fasting, the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Learning your heritage. Reviewing your history. To see what the Lord did for his people back then and still to this very day. So that when it starts, because it is starting, through the Spirit, we'll be ready and able to navigate, and we can go home to paradise in eternity, man. All right. Let's go to Romans 8 and verse 7. Because the carnal mind is enmity, I would say it wrong, against Yahweh, For it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. Yeah, man. So carnal pertaining to the flesh, all right, the issues of sin, all right. It's against Yahweh Bashim Shah, and of course the law that the Lord set in place, man. So we're to fight this battle through the spirit and remaining in a positive spiritual vibration, if you will. And how do we do that? Reading the Bible, being around like-minded individuals. You should know, if you don't know, or for discernment and to be able to tell who you're supposed to be listening to or hanging around and not, especially when it comes to learning, the truth. There's a lot of confusion out there. And if you're not careful, you could easily be caught in the mix of all that confusion that's out there concerning people and salvation. All right. But again, we fight these things spiritually. A praying, that's a spiritual act. Fasting accompanied with that prayer, very spiritual act. Listening to brothers, all right, and being obedient to what the brothers are teaching you. We got these holy days coming up, Passover. All right, that's mandatory. Mandatory that we observe this through the spirit. However, you can do it, and the Lord is going to allow. All right, we got to observe this coming Passover, man. All right, doing these things, action. That's a spiritual thing. Again, we have to fight that flesh and doing all these things, which is obedience. Keeping these laws and these holy days, especially the high holy days. All right, Lord willing, this is stacking up in our spiritual bank, stored in the heavens. And the Lord's, through his process is keeping count, all right, of all these righteous things, man, and righteousness doing versus the F-ups of the flesh. And the daily F-ups of the flesh. But Lord willing, through that mercy and the Lord's infinite wisdom, all right, and his infinite mercy via Malak Yahweh Shah, and the fact that our Lord lives, all right, Lord willing, we make it out of here, man. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. Till next time, Shalom.